Sugar. So today we're going to do a pick a pile that talks about what is blocking or delaying you coming into union with your person. And we're going to get into the divine feminine's energy, the divine masculine side with the energy oracle cards, the tarot deck, and then we're going to use the crystal angel deck to get advice about that. So select the door that connects with you, that spirit is moving you to, and allow that door to be the door that leads you to insight about what is blocking you or delaying you from coming into union with your person. Okay? So we have the green door, we have a blue door, and then we have a red door. So select whatever door or doors that are speaking to you, that are calling out to you, and we'll get insight about what's going on. All right, so let's get into this for those that selected the green door. So I'm going to have the divine feminine be on the left and have the divine masculine be on the right. You decide which part of the reading will be for you and which part will be for your person based off what resonates for you. So even if you're a divine feminine but you feel like the divine masculine part represents you, that could be for you, because we embody all energies and it's important to get the parts that resonate with us. So let's get into what is blocking or delaying the union on the divine feminine side. What is blocking or delaying the divine feminine side? So we have anxiety. We have anxiety on the divine feminine side. All right, I'm going to get one more energy card and then we'll go into this side for the divine feminine. One more card for the divine feminine. What is blocking? We have financial constraints. So it seems like the divine feminine could be very anxious, very nervous about financial matters, which is causing a lot of anxiety, and that divine masculine feels that. But also, you could be mirroring what the divine masculine is feeling. So they could be feeling like they're not financially stable, and so therefore you are feeling that as well. You are experiencing that as well. You could be stressing out about upcoming bills or any expenses that you have to pay, but you also could just be stressing about the connection is what I'm getting, and that will obviously reflect towards the masculine. So let's use the tarot deck to clarify these things. But yeah, that's one of the biggest things that's delaying the connection on the divine feminine side, anxiety. And it's time to figure out why or like how this really affects you too. Alright. Let's clarify the anxiety card and the financial constraints card. Spirit. We have the Queen of Swords, the Nine of Coins, and the Knave of Wands. So what I'm getting from the Queen of Swords energy is that you have to step into your strength and cut out things. You have to step into your strength and your independence. And it seems like you could have been financially dependent on someone, or you don't want to become financially dependent on someone, and so you're fearful about that. You're worrying about it, and you don't want that to happen. And with the Nine of Coins, this usually talks about like singleness and being abundant. And what I'm getting is that you don't have a lot of faith when it comes to like the connection, but also like finances. At times you get worried about it, and you worry if you will have enough eventually, and you don't want to have to depend on someone or continue manifesting financial constraints. Is what I'm getting. And that can be hard sometimes, because if you're someone that comes from like a background where you didn't have a lot, you have that mindset and you're fearful of it. You don't want to be someone that doesn't have enough or have a lot. And then with the Knave of Wands, which represents the Page of Wands, this talks about someone that is a barrier of like information. They have a message, but what I'm getting is that Spirit is trying to tell you that you don't have to worry about this. You don't have to worry about your finances. You don't have to be stressed out about it, because it's not helping you. It's not helping you, and it's causing more anxiety, which is causing a delay in the union. Let's get another card. We have the Knave of Coins, the Nine of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So yeah, with the Page of Pentacles, this is just saying that you are someone that works hard, and Spirit is saying don't drain yourself working so hard to just have enough. Like when you are abundant, you don't have to put in so much work to drain yourself and cause you to be anxious about it. You could be working longer hours, or you just feel like you work so much but you're not getting paid enough for it. And then with the Nine of Swords, this talks about delay or feeling like a failure, disappointment, sitting in silence and suffering in silence, you know. And Spirit is saying you are really sad about this, you're down about it, and that energy is radiating out to your other person, that's reflecting out to that person, and they feel it. But with the Ace of Wands here, this just talks about creativity, passion, and Spirit is saying that you have to be creative in your ways that you manifest money, and you have to change the way you think about money, because it seems like you are sitting in a lot of fear and anxiety about it, and you could be doing that because of like old habits, what you're used to. And you might need to come up with new avenues and ways to gain extra income. You could be, you know, a YouTuber. You could start a small business. There's certain things that you can do that connect to your passion, and that's going to help you yield better financial results, is what I'm getting. So now let's get into the Divine Masculine side to see what is blocking and the Union. And then at the end, we'll get your advice cards. What is blocking or delaying the union from the divine side, Divine Masculine side? We have the Angel of Balance. So the Divine Masculine is not really balanced right now. They need to balance themselves out more, because if they're not balanced, then they can't attract balance with you. They can't attract union with you. And then one more card, Blossoming Abundance. So it definitely seems like this person, like I said, you two are mirroring each other. They don't feel like they can manifest abundance at times. They feel skeptical about it. They're worried about it, and I feel like they're mirroring your energy. So whatever you're worrying about when it comes to finances, it mirrors to them. It stresses them out as well. That's what I'm getting. And they need to balance themselves as well, because it seems like they're not speaking up for themselves, because I see a lot of blue in the Angel of Balance card. They need to know their worth and their value, and how to speak up for themselves and speak up for the things that they want. So let's look into the tarot to get more information. We have Judgment. So like I said, they're not speaking up for themselves. They're not expressing their truth, but also they need to know, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Let's see. They're still learning their purpose in this world, and it's like they run away from it at times, is what I'm getting. It's like they're nervous about it, and that could be why they don't feel like they deserve abundance, because they don't think they deserve that abundance, and they don't know their truth. They don't know what they're here for yet completely. Let's clarify that Judgment card. We have the Knight of Wands, and what I'm getting from this is that they are afraid. You see, he's kind of like shield, like he's guarded, and he has like a shield on his face and everything. It's like they don't, and then like their wand is blocking their mouth. So like they don't speak up for themselves. They're still guarded. They still are learning how to step into the King of Wands, the Emperor energy. They're still young and growing. They don't know their path yet. It seems like he's traveling this path, but he doesn't know where he's going. And he doesn't know, or the Divine Masculine doesn't know, that it can lead them to abundance, but they're afraid of it at times. They're afraid to step into their passion, step into their truth. That's what I'm getting. We have the Six of Swords, movement. Like I said, they're afraid to keep moving towards abundance because they're not used to it. So both of you may have not experienced a true, abundant, healthy, stable lifestyle, and so they're nervous about it. They're not used to it, so they're like, well, I'm not used to this kind of stuff, so how do I get to it? And then we have the Magician, and then what did I say? They're trying to get into that King of Wands energy and the King of Wands. So they need to learn and accept the fact that they are a creator, that they have the infinite amount of tools and guidance to do the things that they want to do, to go on their path, to step into that King of Wands energy. And with the King of Wands, this is someone that is very noble, they're very honest, they are spiritually aware, they're in control. And when they are the Knight of Wands, they're not as confident as the King of Wands. You see how with the Knight of Wands, his wand is in the way of his mouth. His face is covered. He's so covered up. And then he has like this third eye, like he sees things, but he's like nervous about it. He's like, I don't know if I should go that way. But when he's the King of Wands, he moves that wand out of his way. He speaks up. He takes off that armor and he sees things from all types of perspectives because he knows that Spirit has tattooed them as protected, as a gem. They know their worth now. They know that they are a diamond, that they are a gem. And they're not afraid to let the world know that. Right? And then with the Knight of Wands, you see there's like a little ship here. So like they're afraid to keep moving forward on their journey. That's what I'm getting. But once they step into that power and are confident in it, they will know that they can do it. All right, let's get one more card. High Priestess. And I was just about to say that with the Divine Feminine's energy over here, as the Divine Feminine starts to feel confident in their finances and not stress about it and build that knowledge of how to, can balance out things, this is going to help the Divine Masculine because they're going to notice that their Divine Feminine is the High Priestess. She, or however you identify yourself, has the tools, has the wisdom to manifest the things that they want to manifest. They are very intuitive, represents wisdom. You're balanced, you know a lot of things, and that's going to help them. So as you balance things out and as you figure things out in your life, that is going to help your Divine Masculine. All right, and then if you're a Divine Masculine watching this, once you step into your King of Wands energy and not afraid to reach abundance and balance yourself, that can help your Divine Feminine. So let's get into the spiritual messages for you all in terms of like advice. So what message do you have for the Divine Feminine in terms of advice at this time? We have heightened intuition. Be extra aware of your inner knowingness as it is trustworthy. So trust that Spirit has you. Trust that Spirit is protecting you. Trust that Spirit is here to help you and guide you. And don't be afraid of that. Like I said, you're their High Priestess. So you have to step into that energy. You have to be intuitive because that's going to help them. And then we have let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show the bigger than life side to the world. So Spirit is saying you cannot be afraid to be who you are. If you know your passion with the Ace of Wands here, do it. Don't be afraid of it. Get out of anxiety. Get out of that fearful energy because that's not helping you. That allows you to build that confidence, which will help the Divine Masculine build their confidence. All right, let's do the Divine Masculine. Life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and blessing they contain. Divine Masculine needs to know that just because they may have had a hard upbringing or may have not experienced abundance or healthy love before, doesn't mean they have to continue that. They also need to learn the lessons and the blessings and everything, and that is going to help them manifest that abundance. And then we have spiritual protection. You are being watched over, protected physically, emotionally, energetically. And I talked about that with the King of Wands. I say he has the tattoo of a gem. He is stamped. He is tattooed by spirit. He is a gem. He is protected. When you are the King of Wands, he is okay. He is good. And your Divine Masculine needs to know that. They need to accept that. All right. And then one card for the overall energy for you two is spiritual path. Your true beliefs are becoming clearer to you, which prompts you to make necessary life changes. So this is the overall advice card for you all in general, but you also have your own advice cards. But overall, you two need to know your spiritual path. You need to know that you have to continue this. If you want abundance, you cannot be afraid to step into that path. If you want financial abundance, if you want financial opportunities to come to you and be happy with that, you can't be afraid to step into your spiritual path. Listen to your guides, step into your heightened intuition, be that high priestess, divine feminine. Don't be afraid of it. You have to step into it. And then divine masculine, you have to step into this magician and this King of Wands energy, because if you stay in this Knight of Wands energy, you're going to just continue to shut yourself out from abundance, is what I'm getting. So I hope this portion of the video helped a lot of you all that selected the green door. I really hope that this helps and that you do the work that you need to do to help heal and get out of anxiety, get out of fear, and speak up for yourself. Please let me know if this resonated with you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Peace, love, and light. All right, so this will be for those that selected the blue door. So the left will be the divine feminine, the right would be the divine masculine, and then we're going to get into what is blocking or delaying the union. Also, clarify with the tarot deck, and then we're going to get advice cards from the crystal angel deck, and then we're going to get like overall energies as well. All right, so let's see, what is blocking or delaying the divine feminine from coming into union? We have woman holding a coin. And financial constraints. So that's interesting because the first group got this financial constraints as well, and they had like a similar money type of issue with them. So with this group, you're having like a similar energy as well with finances. It seems like finances is a huge issue for you all, and you could be worrying about it, or you just are trying to. I'm kind of getting the idea too is that you have like a fearful energy about your finances or some type of health issue, but also when I look at this woman holding a card or a coin, I always think of like the Queen of Pentacles. And when I think of the Queen of Pentacles, I think of someone that's very radiant, nurturing. They know their worth. And I feel like you might not be knowing your worth at this time. You don't know your full value, is what I'm getting. So this one may not necessarily be 100% about finances, but we'll see when we clarify with the tarot deck. But it just really talks about, they want you to know your worth and know your value, and then also know that regardless of what you can afford or what you have, it doesn't define you. So if you can't afford the finer designer clothing or something like that, that doesn't mean you're less of a divine feminine. It doesn't mean you're less regal or less, radiant. You make it work for you. You don't have to stress about it. Also, I feel like Spirit is saying, like, be aware to not let anyone's negative energy stop you from knowing who you are and your worth. You need to release some toxic connections or people, because they may be contributing to the lack of awareness of your worth right now, is what I'm getting. So let's clarify with the tarot deck what this is about. Let's clarify. So we have the Knave of Coins, the Eight of Swords, and the Emperor. So what I'm getting from this with the Knave of Coins, which is the Page of Coins, is you're sitting at the beginning stages of your worth. You are still learning how to see yourself as someone that is very wise, very abundant. And so you're at the beginning stages. It's like you know that you are a gem, but at times you don't believe it. Sometimes you question it. And with the Eight of Swords, I'm getting that this talks about, how do I word this? You are trapped in fear at times. You are someone that kind of doesn't see yourself as a star. If you notice, like in the Eight of Swords, there's like this star here, and it's like you don't fully see your potential, fully see what you're worth. And Spirit is definitely saying that it's time to step out of that energy and actually see that you are a star. And you may have some negative thoughts about yourself at times. You may not think, oh, I'm not that great, or there's always going to be someone better than me or that looks better than me. And Spirit is saying you have to get out of that, and you have to see that you are the star, that you are radiant. And then with the Emperor here, what I'm getting from this is that you have to take control of how you view yourself, because that's how people will view you. So if you don't think you are someone that is worthy, or you don't know your full potential, your full value, then guess what? People are going to feel that way about you as well. And when the Emperor is here, talks about structure, it talks about authority. So you need to start taking action and take the authoritative steps to let people know this is who I am. I am a divine feminine, a worth and value. And once you start stepping into that energy, that will allow your divine counterpart to treat you as such. So I'm also getting that with the Emperor here, your divine counterpart may not treat you as that way. They might, only talk to you every now and then, or kind of like ghost you, or they may not treat you the best in a sense of respect you all the time. And it's not, and when I say that, it's not like they're doing like toxic things or hurting you or abusing you. It's more so that it's like small little things, like they might not respond to your texts in a timely manner, or it's just little stuff. It's not something that's like toxic, because your divine counterpart is here to help you grow and help you evolve. So when they do this, this is telling you you need to start valuing yourself and treating yourself as a queen, as a divine feminine, because that is going to allow your divine counterpart, your divine masculine, to treat you that way. It's like they see you that way, but their ego gets in that way, and their ego's like, treat them, you don't have to respond to them. You don't have to, tell them how you really feel, because you don't show it sometimes. You don't show like, that's what I deserve. And so when you step into your regal energy, your divine counterpart is going to do that as well, and also see you in that light. They see you as this. If you see like he's on his throne and he's looking at her on her throne, so it's like they see you that way, but they're here to help you get into a better space, to help you grow. Like a divine counterpart can see your worth a little bit before you have really stepped into your divine energy, but they can't really see it until you see it, is what I'm saying. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's not like a toxic karmic type of situation. It's more so like, oh, they just do small stuff where it might be annoying to you, or something of that nature. And that's why you can't come into union yet, because you haven't mastered this yet. You haven't decided and accepted your value. And Spirit is like, I'm not going to bring you into union with this person if you don't know what you're worth already. You need to know that before you step into this, because then they'll know what they need to invest into this relationship. All right, let's clarify. We have the moon, which is the divine feminine energy. And this is basically saying, like, get out of those illusions, get out of those negative mindset, get out of those mental entrapment type of thoughts, because you are worth so much more. You are divine feminine. You need to believe that. You need to accept that and value that. Look at that justice. You need to, you see how, like, she is protective, she's balanced, she has her sword. You need to be this. You need to sit on your throne and be balanced and be ready to go and ready to cut out anything that does not serve you, because you are a divine feminine. You know how to get out of that Eight of Swords energy when it tries to creep up on you. You don't let fear or, nightmares and illusions deter you from your purpose. And then we have the Ace of Coins. And Ace of Coins talks about manifestations, abundance. And so it's like, as you step into this powerful energy, you continue your path and be in alignment with the things that are of quality for you. So you see, she's holding the pentacle, she's holding the coin, and then we have the Ace of Coins here. This is saying that when you step into this energy, you have that coin, you have that power, you have it because you know your worth. You know what you represent, you know your value, and your divine counterpart will know that as well. And they'll know, you know what? If I reach out to this person, I know I have to either be committed to reaching out to them and keeping the conversation, or just don't do it at all. If I want to be with this person, I need to express my truth. I need to let them know that I care and that I do want to be with them, or start something with them. And it's like, you have to set the tone. You set the tone how people treat you based off how you treat yourself and how you view yourself. If you start the relationship off with feeling with like low self-esteem and low confidence, that person is going to show that to you. They're going to treat you that way because that's how you are saying, that's how I want to be treated. But if you are someone that is of high self-esteem, high confidence, that person knows then I need to treat this person with respect. I need to treat this person at the highest, regardless of how they may have treated someone in the past. They know that you are one of a kind, you are a divine feminine, and they can't give you the old okie dokie kind of stuff. They have to be fully in it. They have to be fully committed. They have to be in their emperor energy to sit with this empress. All right, so we're going to continue with the divine masculine side. So let's see what is blocking or delaying the union. So we got this with the other deck as well, the other door, Angel of Balance. So the divine masculine is not balanced right now. They need to balance out some energies. They need to speak up for themselves. Because when I look at this card, I always see the blue, but I also see the yellow as well. And I see solar plexus. So those two chakras could be in balance. And then we have the temple path. So the divine masculine needs to know, this is very similar to the path that I did before. They need to know their path. They need to know and find their purpose, and they need to trust it. They're not trusting it right now. And it seems like it definitely mirrors the divine feminine, because the divine feminine needs to know her worth and know her value, and the divine masculine is struggling with that as well with themselves. And as you two balance each other, or balance yourselves, you balance each other. So as you build your confidence within yourself and know your worth, your divine counterpart, your divine masculine will do the same as well. So let's clarify with the deck and see what other messages we have. So we have the Wheel of Fortune, and that talks about completion. And so knowing whatever your purpose is, it will make sense to you as you heal, as you balance yourself. So things are going to have to change. Things are going to have to turn within your life in order to fully see your purpose and fully balance your energies. What else? We have the High Priestess that came out with the other deck as well. The High Priestess is someone that's very intuitive, that knows a lot, that embodies wisdom. And so this is saying that the divine masculine needs the divine feminine to step into her High Priestess energy, to step in her Empress energy and know her worth and know her value, because then that allows the divine masculine to know their worth and their value, which will allow you two to come into union. And you can't do that if you don't know what you're worth before you come into union. You have to do that beforehand, is what they're saying. What else do they have? We have the Knight of Swords. And so the divine masculine is definitely needing to cut out some things in their life, but also communicate certain things to themselves. They have to be brave. They have to be courageous. They have to be a warrior. And it seems like at times the divine masculine is nervous or afraid to take that action because they're not sure how to do it, or they don't know if they're on the right path to their destined path. And it's like Spirit is saying you are on the right path, but you have to trust that. You have to be brave enough to just take the chance and take that leap of faith. What else? We have the Three of Swords. And so the Three of Swords talks about like heartbreak. So it seems like the divine masculine is still healing from some heartaches, some heartbreaks, which could be why they are afraid to take action sometimes, to be brave, because they're still healing from a broken heart. And that could just be inner child wounds. It could be old relationships, but it definitely seems like the divine masculine still needs to balance that out and balance their heart chakra, because that heartache is still lingering right now. And it could be a karmic situation or just karmic patterns. So like sitting in fear, being stuck, or a karmic partner that they may have experienced in the past, and they need to cut those cords and let that go in order to fully be balanced and move on into a better, like, healthy love and relationship with someone. We have the Chariot, and the Chariot talks about fast movement. And it seems like if they take the actions that they need to take, things can move quickly in the connection. But also this is saying that they need to start healing from this broken heart. They need to start cutting cords now, because it's like they kind of been sitting in it for a while. It's time, especially with the Wheel of Fortune. It's saying that it's time for them to start taking action and healing, is what I'm getting. 1 second. Sorry about that. I had a knock at the door and I wanted to answer it very quickly. But so let's finish up your reading. So we ended with the Chariot and the Three of Swords. So it's definitely time for that person to start taking that action. They need to start doing it now. It's time. They can't delay it anymore, because it's just really delaying a lot of other stuff in their lives, especially the path that they're on. And then we had a Two of Coins. The Two of Coins talks about like prioritizing balance. And so you see like they're balanced here. And also there's like a little moon. So definitely there's a time for them to start balancing out their energy, resting at night, and just meditating and reflecting on the things that they want in life. So now we're going to get advice cards just to see how you two can heal parts of your lives, and then what you can do together. So for the divine feminine, we have sensitive emotions. Times of heightened emotions and sensitivity call for extra self-care and gentleness. So this is saying, we talked about self-confidence and knowing your value. It is time for you to take that extra self-care, invest in yourself. Be gentle with yourself. Don't compare yourself to other people. If you feel that other people, quote unquote, look better than you or have more than you, stop doing that, because that's not helping you evolve and helping you step into your divine purpose and be a better version of yourself. It's time to embrace yourself the way you are and love yourself the way you are, because that allows your person to do that as well. Is what I'm getting. Let's get one more card for the divine feminine. We have socialize in or join in. Make healthy and supportive new friendships and connections by getting involved with a group of like-minded people. So this is saying that you need to surround yourself with people that have high vibrational energy. So people that are very confident in themselves, or people that are working on bettering themselves. Be around those people. You may have to cut people out in your life that always talk negatively about you or things within themselves. And it's like that doesn't help you better yourself, because you're going to keep hearing that, and subconsciously that's going to sit with you. Okay, so definitely continue working on your self-confidence and loving yourself and doing things that help you feel love within yourself, because you can't expect someone to love you if you don't love yourself. And then as you have to realize that your happiness comes from within it. It doesn't come from other people, and you can't put that responsibility on others. All right, so let's get into the divine masculine. What things do they have for them? They have love life. Rose quartz, new or renewed romantic love is here for you. So this is saying to the divine masculine that you have to let go of this heartache. You have to forgive any inner child wounds, any things that happened to you as a child, or the way your parents treated you, or the way things are now with your parents or other people, because there is a love here for you. There is love here. But if you hold on to that heartache, you don't make room for that love, because your heart is blocked by heartache. It's filled with hate, with anger, with sadness, and that doesn't allow that happiness or that healthy love to come in and stay there. So you definitely have to balance that out and know that this love is here for you, and don't be afraid of it, and cut out any toxic stuff or behaviors that's hindering you from stepping into that. And then the last card we have, look at that, bless your heart. Reach out for emotional and spiritual support to heal and mend your heart. This is just highlighting the fact that the divine masculine is still heartbroken about some things. They're still sad about stuff. And that is why they really need to call on, their spirit guides, God, and pray about it and say, hey, I'm still hurting. I still need support. This hurts me. And I want this new love, but I don't know how to heal from it. And so this is saying that it's time to reach out for support and find out ways to heal that. So you can look into therapy. You can listen to meditations on YouTube. You can just listen to music that's uplifting. You can write about it. But it's time to heal your heart, because it's blocking you from coming into love with your person, which is your divine feminine. And then we'll get one card for the overall message for you two, and then we'll be done. So we have stress reduction. Distress your body, mind, and schedule as you need to rest, recharge, and revive. So this is saying that you two definitely need to take a step back and just know that you are good to go. You don't have to put so much pressure on yourself. You don't have to live up to other people's standards, societal pressures and societal standards. You need to take a break from other people's energies and thoughts and just focus on yourself, and know that you two are together spiritually. So if you're not in communication with your person or in separation with them, you two are together behind the scenes, is what I'm getting. And so just decharge yourself, distress yourself, and just focus on healing, especially for the divine masculine. Focus on healing and let go of that heartache, because there is a love here. Your divine feminine wants to be with you. They want that union. And if you do the work that you have to do, it will be here very soon. So I hope this all resonated with you all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please feel free to share your comments below. Peace, love, and light. All right, so this will be for those that selected the red door. And we're going to have the divine feminine side be to the left, the divine masculine side be to the right, and then this little middle gem will be like the overall advice card for you all, but you're all going to get your separate advice cards. So let's see, what is delaying or blocking union from the divine feminine's perspective? All right, so the first card we have Healer of Ages and the World. And what I'm getting from the Healer of Ages card is kind of like you still need to heal from some things. It seems like things in your life may feel like they're upside down, or you just have a loss of energy. You're still needing to heal from some deeper wounds that you may have forgotten about, or just have not realized that were still very potent in your life right now. And so Spirit is definitely telling you to start healing emotionally, physically, mentally, and quiet your mind and feel the vibration of what peace looks like, what does harmony look like within yourself, is what I'm getting. And then we have the World card here, and I feel like Spirit is saying you need to take a step back. You need to reevaluate some things in your life, because it's going to allow you to get a different perspective. It's going to allow you to open up and expand the way you look at things. And at times you could be thinking too narrowly when it comes to what you need to heal from, or like what things you need to change or do in your life. And this is telling you that it is time to step out the box, step away, and get a different perspective. And you could be, stuck when it comes to like a project or something, but Spirit is definitely saying that it is time for you to take a step back and step away from like any limiting beliefs, is what I'm getting to. And then I feel like with this world and you taking a step back and not focusing on societal beliefs and views, step out of that energy and limited thinking and self-doubt is what they're saying with these two energy cards. So we're going to clarify with the tarot deck and just see what other messages they have. All right. What additional messages do they have for the Divine Feminine? We got the Ten of Coins, the Tower, and the Four of Cups. So what I'm getting from this is that the things that you need to heal from are important for you to reach this Ten of Cups. This Ten of Coins. You can't reach it until you have healed. And it definitely seems like, if you notice in the back of this image, there's one big coin, there's one big pentacle. And this is saying that pentacle is the foundation to you building and gaining all of these coins to get to the Ten of Coins. And that first pentacle is that's your self-love, that is your healing, that is your peace in your mind, within your mind. And the Ten of Coins just talks about, financial power, or just, abundance. And then you have the Tower card here. And with the Tower card, there's a need for change. There's a need for disruption. There's a need for a breakdown in things in the way that you are doing things. But also with the Four of Cups here, the Four of Cups talks about it can talk about a bunch of things like apathy, meditation, sadness as well, because you see like the little teardrops. But what I'm getting is that there needs to be a breakdown within your heart space, in a sense of you have to dig deeper. The things that you need to heal from, you have to dig very deep into your heart space, because that is going to help you break through and manifest this Ten of Coins, manifest the abundance and the life that you want. But you can't do that until you dig deeper, until you have this Tower moment. And so you may be experiencing a Tower moment, or a Tower moment may be coming up for you very soon, because it's time for you to start breaking down these walls that are blocking you from success, that are blocking you from your abundance and the things that are destined for you. We have the Seven of Wands, and this talks about courage, being courageous and brave. And Spirit is saying you have to take action in your healing. You can't be afraid of it anymore. You can't be afraid to dig to those deeper wounds. Sometimes people get afraid when they know they have to heal from something or talk about something. They hide it, or they submerge it so deeply that they don't want to talk about it anymore, because they put it away for so long and they're afraid to touch on it again. And it's like, it's time to do that now, because you don't want to miss out on opportunities. You don't want to miss out on your Ten of Coins because you are afraid. But you have to know that you are protected and that you have someone here, your spirit guides, to help you through it. We have the Hierophant. Like I just said, you have someone here to protect you. You have someone here to guide you and be that person for you to help you get through it. And with the Hierophant, it talks about wisdom. It talks about reflecting on experiences and having an abundance of wisdom and knowledge. And Spirit is saying that when you have this tarot moment, they're here to help you. They're here to guide you. You're not going to be alone. You're going to have someone here for you to help you through it. So don't feel afraid. Because the more that you sit in your head and delay it, the more pain you're going to cause yourself. The more heartache you're going to cause yourself. We have the Two of Coins. So yeah, you definitely need to prioritize your healing. You can't put that on the back burner anymore. And with the Two of Coins, it also talks about like harmony in the midst of change. So the change that will come once you heal is very good, but you have to do it. You have to change. You have to make take that step is what I'm getting. Right? You can't be afraid of it anymore. You can't. All right? So let's get into the Divine Masculine side, and then we'll go to your advice cards for both sides, and then we'll get one for the entire connection. All right, Divine Masculine. Let's see. What is delaying or stopping the union from happening from the Divine Masculine perspective? We have Cornucopia and Angel of Love. So it's funny because in all the piles, there's something related to like abundance and not being able to see that they deserve abundance and that they're capable of it, is what a lot of the piles were saying. So the Divine Masculine here, they need to know that it is okay to have an abundance of something. It is okay to receive abundance. It seems like at times they are skeptical about it. They don't trust it at times. It also means like they're discouraged. They feel like their wishes will never be granted. They're going to always be denied. And it seems like they're just afraid of actually reaching abundance because they may have not had it before. Actually reaching true happiness is what I'm getting. Actually reaching love, a healthy love. And with the Angel of Love here, this is saying that they need to have more self-love for themselves, and they also should not be afraid of love. So they are afraid of love. They are afraid of getting their heart broken because they may have gotten it broken in the past. But also they need to have more self-love. They need to be kinder to themselves. They need to welcome in love. There's a disconnect when it comes to their heart space. It seems like they've had like a bad divorce or like separation or just something in regards to romance in the past, and that has caused like emotional rift between them and a person, and that has caused them to kind of step out of their heart space and just kind of feel like they don't need love, but they actually want it. They're telling that person, your Divine Masculine, to free themselves. So if you're a Divine Masculine watching this is saying you need to free yourself from old pain, old toxic attachments, unrequited love, or anything where you felt like you didn't receive the love that you deserved or needed based on what you have gave. And you need to honor the love within yourself. And as you honor your love within yourself, that mirrors out to your person, and they'll know your worth. They'll treat you the way that you deserve to be treated, and you'll be able to do the same for them as well. So let's get into the tarot cards to get a little insight about these cards. Have the King of Coins. So yeah, they are afraid to be in this abundant energy. They're afraid of success sometimes, and that's the thing. It's like some people, when you're not used to that type of energy or like world, you are afraid of it because you're like, well, I'm used to not having anything. So then when you think of something that could be successful, you're nervous about it, you're worried about it. And so your Divine Masculine needs to step out of that energy. Divine Masculine, you need to step out of it because you are destined for greatness. You are destined for success, So don't be afraid of it. It seems like the divine masculine feel like they might not be enough, is what I'm getting. And they have to step out of that energy, which is why the divine feminine has to feel like that they are enough. That way their divine counterpart can feel the same way as well. But also they're going to do work to help them. So it's like, it's not saying like, oh, you know, if the divine feminine never gets out of this energy of like not feeling like they're enough, then the divine masculine won't. But somebody has to shine the light on how to do that in order for both parties to really step into it completely. You know, it's like somebody has to shine just a little bit of light. And once they shine that little bit of light, you know, everyone can do their part. We have the Lovers, beautiful. And this just really connects to that Angel of Love card. This person is definitely afraid of love because they may have not had a healthy relationship before with family, with friends, with a romantic partner. They may have had a lot of karmics. And because they had those bad experiences with it, they're afraid of it. They're like, I don't know if I want to give my heart again. I don't know if I want to invest in love right now because I've been hurt in the past. But this is saying that with the Lovers card here in Angel of Love, that you, divine masculine, should not fear love because your divine feminine is going to be the person that will give you that true love. In a sense of when you're ready to be in a relationship, you will have true love with the divine feminine. But you have to let that go. You have to heal from that pain. And both of you, divine masculine, divine feminine, mirror each other with that pain. So like I said, the divine feminine needs to heal from deep wounds that they may have not really recognized. They're sitting in that Four of Cups energy. They're sad about it. The divine masculine needs to do the same. So you're mirroring each other. So when one of you starts to heal, that's going to help the other person. All right. And what else do we have? 10 of Wands. The divine masculine needs to stop carrying these burdens, carrying all of this weight from the past, including the divine feminine. You have to stop carrying that weight as well. The 10 of Wands talks about burdens and carrying that. You need to stop it. You got to let it go because it's blocking you. It is hindering you from moving on to this love, moving on to this cornucopia, abundance, energy. You have to let go of those burdens. You don't have to carry anyone else's burdens, you know? And the divine masculine is learning that, and they have to continue to learn and accept that because that's what's going to bring in and allow them to have the love that they deserve and that they want. No one wants heartache. We all want a beautiful, healthy love, and you can get that by working towards healing and forgiving and letting go of things that no longer serve you. Ace of Wands, beautiful. Creativity, passion. This divine masculine is, here's the thing, they are passionate people. They want to manifest abundance. They want success, but they're afraid of it at times. They want to manifest this love, but they're afraid of it at times. But it's definitely on their mind. It's definitely something that they want within themselves. Their higher self knows this, and they know that this is what they want, that they're destined to have. So they just have to get out of that fear, that energy of fear. I saw the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck before I started shuffling. So yeah, they want this union. We got a lot of cards that came out. We're gonna put them back. The star. The star represents hope. It represents enlightenment. It represents inspiration, purification, finding one's inner light. The divine masculine is shining light on the things that they need to shine light on to in order to heal, in order to grow, in order to manifest what they want. And it's taking them some time to do it, but that's what they're doing. They know that they have to find the hope and the faith. And it kind of goes back into how I said somebody has to shine just a little bit of light in order to allow both parties to heal completely. Because when one person kind of starts doing it, then it helps the other person kind of start doing it. And then that allows you all to, you know, do more work or like research stuff that like talks about how to heal. how to move forward and connect with someone, how to come into union with yourself so you can come into union with other people. So this is good. So somebody has to shine the light. And when both of you do the same thing, it helps you grow. It helps you evolve and strengthen the connection. 9 of coins. Look at that. So this is just saying, divine masculine, you have to be content and know that you deserve abundance. You deserve, the luxury. You deserve all that your heart desires, but you can't be afraid of it. You just can't be afraid of it. You can't carry the burdens from old pain, old heartache anymore. You have to let that go if you want to manifest this love, because it no longer serves you to just hold on to old pain, old wounds. So let's get into advice cards for both parties. We're going to pull about 2 cards for each one, and then we'll get an overall card for the connection. So what advice do you have for the divine feminine? We have divine intervention. God sends miracles to answer sincere prayers. So this is saying, I talked about this. I said you have your spirit guides here. You have someone here to help you and guide you. So allow them to intervene. Allow them to help you. Pray about the things that you want to heal. And they're going to step in and help you with it. You are not by yourself. It seems like the divine feminine, at times you're like, I don't know how to do this, so I don't want to do it. But it's like, no, you can do it. You just have to, ask for help. And allow the divine to help you. And then we have life lessons. You can break free from reoccurring negative patterns by praying to know the lesson and the blessing they contain. So you need to do a lot of communication with your divine spirit guides, your ancestors, your angels, God, the universe, because they're going to help you see the messages and the lessons and things and the blessings. They're going to help you with this, but they can't do it until you talk to them about it. Like, they know what you need help with, but it's when you acknowledge it, that's when it's like they can say, okay, and now it's time for me to step in, because now they know. So let's get some cards for the divine masculine. We have let yourself sparkle and shine. You are guided to be bold and show your bigger than life side to the world. So this is saying the divine masculine should not be afraid to step into their king of coins energy. They shouldn't be afraid of it anymore. They have to know that you deserve to have this cornucopia. You deserve to have this love. You have to let yourself shine and sparkle. And it's also saying that they need to let themselves be the star. Let themselves be that light. Because then that shows you like, hey, my divine counterpart is working on themselves. So let me continue working on myself as well. And know that we are getting better. We are moving forward within our lives and becoming into union with ourselves. All right, one more card for the divine masculine. We have unconventionality. Your unique qualities are an important part of your life purpose. It's okay to feel and be different from others. And so what I'm getting from this is that, oh wow, this is the Motivate crystal. I just realized that, because I don't get this card often, so that's interesting. But this is saying that you, divine masculine, are very unique. You are someone that is different, that is special, and you need to see that. You need to know that just because you've had experiences where you may feel like you don't deserve this cornucopia, you don't deserve this abundance, it's time to get out of that energy because you do deserve it. You are someone that has to step into it in acceptance. That's what I'm getting. And let's get one card for the overall. Oh, they wanted to give us 2, so we'll get the two cards. So the first card we have, let yourself feel all your emotions. Your entire rainbow spectrum of feelings is sending you important messages and guidance. So this is saying that both of you all need to let yourself feel the feelings that you feel. as you're healing, you're going to have to relive some things in a sense of how it made you feel. You don't necessarily have to relive the experience, but touch on what did it make you feel? How did it make you feel? Why did it make you feel that way? That's how you heal and understand the lessons from it. Know that it doesn't define your future in love and finances and success. So let yourself feel it. Clear it out. If you have a clear quartz, use that to help you clear that energy. Call on Archangel Michael as well to help you with that. And then we have value your self-worth. You are God's precious gem. So, like I said with the Divine Masculine, they need to value themselves, but also Divine Feminine, value yourself. Know that you are worth it. Know that you are worthy. Don't let anyone or anything tell you that you're not worthy, because you are. You are divine. You are Divine Feminine. You are Divine Masculine. And that's important to know your self-worth and value yourself. Okay? So I really hope this resonated with you all that selected the red door. Feel free to share your comments below and share anything you would like to express within the comment section. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will be back with more readings very soon. Peace, love, and light.